Hey you guys, it's Moonlander back with another Moonlander movie pick. And today we're going to be looking at the 1993 film True Romance.
I wish that if I had to fuck a guy, had to, if my life depended on it, I'd fuck Elvis.
Now this is directed by Tony Scott and written by Quentin Tarantino. And it stars Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette. But it has an amazing supporting cast. It has Christopher Walken, Chris Penn, Dennis Hopper, Samuel L. Jackson, Brad Pitt, Tom Sizemore, James Gandolfini, Val Kilmer, and Gary Oldman. And I probably missed someone. There's a ton of people in this movie. Now, this was originally half of a 500-page script written by Roger Avary and Quentin Tarantino, and it was called The Open Road, and it ended up being split into two movies, Natural Born Killers and True Romance. So True Romance is about a man named Clarence who works at a comic book store, and he decides to go to a triple feature for his birthday, Street Fighter movie starring Sonny Chiba. And when he's at the theater, he meets a young woman who turns out to be a prostitute that his boss hired to entertain him for his birthday, and they end up falling in love overnight.
Drexel, what's a Drexel?
Please shut up, I'm trying to come clean, okay? I've been a call girl for exactly 4 days and you're my third customer. I want you to know that I am not damaged goods.
Then they go to a courthouse and get married, and the main character, Clarence, insists on getting her things from her pimp. So when he goes to confront the pimp, he ends up murdering him and ending up with a suitcase full of cocaine instead of her things. So the movie's about him trying to sell this cocaine through a friend he thinks can help him in Hollywood find somebody that would be willing to buy this much cocaine. Then after the death of this pimp, his connections with the mob, get on their tail, and also law enforcement. So why I love this movie is it is pretty much a sort of like a geek fantasy. It's not a real believable or thought-provoking film. You don't really want to think about it too much, but it's just a really fun experience. And probably my favorite thing about this movie is the writing. Every conversation in this movie I enjoyed listening to. And there's a famous scene in this movie where Clarence's father gets interrogated by the mob, and the leader that comes is played by Christopher Walken, and it's a famous scene where he describes to him how Sicilian blood origins are from Africa.
Here's a fact, I don't know whether you know or not. Sicilians were spawned by niggers.
And obviously he doesn't take it too well. And another great thing about this movie is the amazing cast. Every time I watch this, I can't believe that they were able to get all of these people in this movie. It's just interesting to me how it worked out that all of these people could be in this movie, even if it is just a small role. It's really cool to see a movie where there's just tons of great actors in it. And I'm not like a huge Christian Slater fan, but I really enjoy him in this movie, and I'm really glad that he played this role. I think he was perfect for it, and it's hard to imagine somebody else portraying this character. For Alabama, played by Patricia Arquette, They originally wanted Drew Barrymore, and I think Juliette Lewis was considered, and I'm really happy that it ended up being her. I think she was perfect for this role. So my final thoughts on this movie is it's a really fun movie watching experience. I enjoy it every time I watch this movie. It has tons of memorable characters. From Gary Oldman playing a pimp that thinks he's black.
You've already given up your shit. I'm still a mystery to you. But I know exactly where your white ass is coming from.
To Brad Pitt being a stoner.
You guys want to smoke a bowl or? Go down Beechwood.
Chris Penn and Tom Sizemore playing police detectives. I really enjoyed their characters in this movie as well. Now, the only thing I'm not a real big fan of was the directing. I don't really think there's anything unique or special about the direction of this movie. And it is interesting to imagine if Quentin Tarantino had directed this. It would have been a completely different movie, and I would have to say it probably would have been a lot better. The way this movie's done is almost in a way like that it would be an acceptable movie to a wide-ranging audience. There's nothing too outlandish with the filmmaking. But I still love it, and I'll always remember it fondly. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching, and please comment below with your thoughts on this movie. Alright, see you on the next video.